To the SaaS Growth System course. Let's get started here and go into full screen. So today we're going to be talking about the topic of organic search. I've been working in the field of organic search going back to 1998 when I was 14 years old. I remember having a client in the freshwater pearls industry, and we helped her get her website to #1 in Google. At the time, I think it was actually Google is just coming out. We were focused on Google, Alta Vista, Yahoo, Dogpile. Those were all the search engines at the time. And search engine optimization has evolved a lot since then. And so today, what we're going to be talking about is how to generate a continual supply of free leads for your company, for your website, through building content on your website, building links to it, and being able to do keyword tracking. So let's jump in. So today we're going to be talking about how to get lots of organic free visitors to your website through SEO, search engine optimization. And where does SEO fit in? Well, it fits in at the top of the funnel, right where people are learning about your product or service for the very first time. And it also fits in the research phase where companies are doing comparisons, your brand versus someone else's brand or your brand review, to be able to get perspectives from other customers and industry analysts on whether they should buy your service. So how do you rank in search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo? That's what we're going to cover today. And we're talking about, of course, the free search listings. To rank in the paid search listings on Google Ads, we covered that in the earlier section on paid advertising. So today we're talking about inbound leads through organic SEO. So to get lots of free traffic from the search engines, #1, you got to know which keywords you want to rank for, and you can do keyword research on tools like SEMrush, which we'll show you in a few minutes. You'll want to create content with those keywords on it in both the H1 tags and in the main text. And then you want to get links to your website from other websites, other authoritative websites that have high page rank, that have lots of links themselves. And you do that by asking for links, writing great content that causes people to link to you, and doing podcasts and public relations. So what are the basics of search engine marketing? So here's an example with the term CRM software. So people would search on Google for the term, and the more optimized your website, the more links you have, the better content that's related to that topic, the higher your site shows up. Of course, the higher your site ranks, the more people will come to your website, the more free leads you're going to get. That's the obvious basics. This is what it looks like in the paid listings for CRM software. You can see Monday.com, Zoho, as well as top10.com and Forbes.com are all going after that particular keyword. Monday.com and Zoho are providers of CRM software, and Top 10 and Forbes are different websites that evaluate CRM software in this case. So then there's, of course, what you want. And you really want to be able to rank in these free listings and to show up definitely in the top 3 and ideally in the top 1 for your main competitive keywords. So what are competitive keywords? These are generic terms like CRM software or supply chain management software. These will often take time, 12 months, 18 months of consistent effort, building relevant content, getting lots of links, doing lots of PR, doing lots of podcasts, getting lots of people linking to your website in order to show up in the top 3 for those types of competitive terms. But in the meantime, you can rank well for long tail keywords. These are longer keywords like CRM software for logistics firms or supply chain management software in Kansas that are specific, longer, and easier to rank well for. So start with the long tail keywords, and then over time, after 6 or 12 months, you'll start ranking for the competitive keywords. So in SEO, the goal, of course, is to use the right keywords on your website and get these links from other websites, ideally using those keywords in the anchor text, so that search engines like Google know what your site is about and ends up showing it to people who search for those terms. But of course, how do you do this research, and why is it important to do this in the first place? Well, Google and other search engines, they send out page crawlers, web crawlers. They go and look at all the content on the internet, and then they report back with data about each website, including which websites link to which, using which anchor text, and what content is on that website. And ultimately, Google is able to rank billions now of web pages out there for billions and billions of search terms every single year, all dynamically in real time using this PageRank formula. And understanding the components of the PageRank formula and understanding how to rank is what we're talking about here. So you want to look at which websites are linking to yours and how many. And you can find that out using semrush.com, which we'll show you in a moment. The anchor text that's actually used in those links, ideally you'd want it to contain the search term. And so if you want to rank well for email marketing software, for example, like we wanted to at iContact, we would have the link not just link to the word iContact, we'd want it to link to email marketing software so that we would show up for that search term. It's easy to show up number one for your brand term. It's harder to show up for those competitive terms. And then, of course, you would want to make sure you'd use that keyword, in this case, email marketing software, in the title tag, in the H1 tag, in all the meta tag keywords, in the alt tags of images, and often in the body copy. So that's keyword density and keyword placement. There's two types of SEO, search engine optimization: on-site optimization and off-site optimization. On-site optimization is everything in the code. It's the title tags, the keywords, the H1 tags, the H2 tags, the H3 tags, the meta description tags, the meta keyword tags, the alt tags, and the content itself on the website. Off-site optimization is everything that's not in your code, and that's the links to your website from other websites. And it's the link text, the anchor text used in the links from those sites to your site. Now, of course, not all links are weighted equally, so it's not like you just need 300 links or 500 links to rank well. One good link from a top high authority site could be more valuable than 50 other links from low authority sites. So which keywords should you target? Well, you can use the Google Keyword Planner. You can use keywordtool.io, and you can also use semrush.com to find out what keywords you should target. This is what the Google Keyword Planner looks like. And this is what keywordtool.io looks like. And this is what SEMrush looks like. We're going to show you SEMrush in just a moment. It allows you to monitor lots of different things, like your SERPs, which is your search engine results pages, the actual positions, and it allows you to monitor the number of links that are coming in, the type of traffic coming to your website, monitors the rankings that you have for different keywords. It shows you how much you're paying on paid traffic versus free traffic, how many different keywords you rank for, the distribution of your positions in Google search engine results, how many different websites link to over time. And so SEMrush is probably the best tool out there for tracking and planning for an SEO purpose. Let's take a look at it here, and we'll show you just a little bit of what it can do. SEMrush also has a really nice service. It'll load here in just a second. SEMrush also has a really nice service that allows you to write content. And so you can, once you find out the keywords in SEMrush that you want to rank well for, you can actually use, it's called SEMrush Marketplace, to get professionally written articles for $40 to $450 per article. So here is SEMrush. I'm going to type in iContact.com as an example of a website here. You can see here, out of a possible authority score of 100, it has an authority score of 45. It's got about 30,000 visitors a month from organic search, about 18,000 visitors a month from paid search traffic, and about 18 million backlinks out there on the internet. That's a lot. And so we started iContact in 2002. We got the domain name iContact.com in 2007. It used to be called IntelliContact.com before that. And since this site's been around now for almost 20 years, it has a lot of backlinks and a lot of organic search traffic, 30,000 visitors a month, 1,000 per day. And if we wanted to go in and see which positions it's ranking well for, well, of course, everything that it is, everything that is going to have its brand in it, but it's also ranking well for many other keywords as well. You can do this for your own website. And you can go in here and you can do various search terms and compare, your site versus a competitor site and see which keywords they're ranking well for. You can see here that MailChimp has done a much better job at getting rankings for 255,000 keywords, while Contact's only done 7,000 keywords. You can compare that against many other competitors. Let's see, compared to Constant Contact. Let's see how it's done here. You can see that Constant Contact has the most, MailChimp the second, iContact the third here. And so there's definitely a gap there. Now, I haven't been involved with iContact since 2012, so They probably haven't done as good of a job with their SEO over the last 10 years. And you can go in here and find out which actual keywords you want to research and start creating content around and creating links around. Put this, whatever, I'm using email marketing software as an example, but put in your own keyword. You can look at both the volume as well as the amount of competition and use those to decide which terms you want to actually rank for. So use the keyword magic tool within SEMrush and use that to develop a list of articles that you want to write about using that exact topic, using those both the sort of most competitive keywords as well as the longer term keywords. Almost done here for this section. So I have owned an SEO agency since the year 2002. It's called Hive Digital. They are out of North Carolina. They do a fantastic job with both SEO, search engine optimization work, as well as paid search management. Check them out at hivedigital.com. And if you need a good SEO agency, Hive Digital is fantastic. So your homework for this week, well, open up Google Analytics, install it on your site if you don't have it already. Using Google Analytics, determine how many visitors to your website last month came from search engines. You can also do the same thing on SEMrush. And then check the title tag of your homepage and make sure your most important keyword or two is in your title tag and ideally in your H1 tag as well. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next lesson.